Marston's Domain.
Hey everyone, Marson here, and today I want to talk about Banjo Kazooie in Smash Bros. Because, yes, I know it's Banjo and Kazooie. I'm just going to say Banjo Kazooie. I want to talk about them in Smash Bros. Because there's something that I think a lot of people have kind of overlooked when it comes to this character being in Smash, and it's something that I think is going to make them really strong. I don't know how their other moves are going to be, so it could turn out to be like a hero thing where it's like, there's a huge debate on how good he is because some of his other moves aren't that great, but then his other ones are really good, and there's RNG. Banjo-Kazooie doesn't seem to have any RNG, so I think we're fine with that. But in terms of how good the character will be, there's one specific thing that I think at the very least, at least for us K. Rool players, is going to be very huge for matchups that K. Rool is not that good in. And it's what I believe is Banjo-Kazooie's side B. It could end up being a different B move. I don't know. To me, it looks like it'd be a side B. And it's the Golden Feather move. Because clearly it has a certain amount of charges, because you can see the feathers on top. But when I saw this move, right away I was like, oh my goodness. This is huge. If you think about it, this move, because in the trailer, it shows him going through one of those spike balls on the ground, and then he goes right through Bowser Jr.'s F Smash, and then hits Bowser Jr. And what's crazy is that if you watch the footage, I had assumed that he would lose a Golden Feather for every projectile or hitbox that he hit and went through, but that's not what happens. He uses it in the trailer and only loses one feather. And during the entire sequence, he only loses one, and he had a total of 5. So I really think this move is being overlooked because we don't know everything about it. It could have crazy end lag, I don't know. But when I saw this initially, what I thought of was, well, there goes Samus's game plan. Because think about it. If they have a fully charged charge shot, and they're dropping down Bs, and they're fading away, they shoot a super missile, and then they go for the charge shot. Depending on if this move has a certain amount of armor that can break to where they'll eventually get hit or take damage. We actually don't really know if they take damage at all, so I don't know if there's something that can break it. But if they don't take damage, which actually would make sense that they would not take damage because the Golden Feather in the games make them invincible. So if it really makes them invincible and it can't break, then they honestly could go through all of that and hit Samus. So the reason why I say that this helps K. Rool's bad matchups is that a lot of K. Rool's bad matchups deal with characters that can zone the hell out of him with projectiles. Young Link, all the Links, Samus is really annoying. Simon and Richter, woo! Talk about annoying and just horrible. So if Banjo and Kazooie can just side B through all of those shenanigans, as long as their other moves aren't trash, they honestly kind of just completely negate those characters. Because their whole game plan is to work around you and zone you. But if you always have basically a get out of jail free card with side B, then it changes the whole game around to where you're supposed to be afraid of when they're going to shoot the charge shot or whatever projectile, but now it's going to turn into they're afraid of you because they don't know when you are just going to go, I'm charging through this. And the fact that it has 5 uses, because we don't know how long it takes to get charges back or whatever, but 5 uses is quite a bit already. And in the trailer, he did not lose any more than 1 feather in that whole interaction. And it was held for a while. To me, this move is almost like Fox's side B if it could just go through everything. Like, it didn't even matter what was happening, just went through everything. I mean, yeah, Banjo's isn't as fast, but still. That's what it reminds me of. So I wanted to make this video because I think this move is going to be their bread and butter. I think this move is what's going to bring them up in terms of a character. Because I think their other moves look good. I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that can be done with the eggs, the way that you can change how you're shooting them and stuff. I think there's a lot of nuance to this character, but I am telling you, I think side B, or whatever B move it ends up being, is going to be their claim to fame. I really, really do. Because I really cannot get over what we saw in that trailer. Again, there's things we don't know. It could have crazy end lag. It could have a certain threshold where it breaks. You could maybe be taking damage as you run through. There's things that we don't know. But from what we've seen, I think it's going to be what really excels the character. So that's all I have to say about this. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about all this. Do you think this move is going to be really good? Do you think it's just going to be okay? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and want to support my content, feel free to subscribe. And until next time, I'll see y'all later. Take care, everyone.